Hey!
Oh, hello, everybody. My name is
Hello,
Gaza,
everybody.
Hello.
and with I have the blonde bomber himself. His
It's
name is
Blow Blittles.
Blow
Hello,
Blittles,
Blittles.
The blonde blonde
and
Blow Blittles.
the blonde bloomers. The blonde bloomers. Remember bloomers? I don't really remember bloomers. It was past my time.
What was
But anyways, bloomers. Like, are those like a type of pants? Like old school
Bloomers
pants?
were like what old people called pants.
Yeah, bloomers.
I don't know that.
Like I said
What-
before a time,
What
but I
old
just heard
people
about
called
it.
pants. Chezo's apparently old.
Is it like a blumpkin?
That's past me. I'm not sure what a blumpkin. Leave me alone. Anyways, so and then also we have with I is
Underneath you.
no nobody's underneath me. Nobody. But we have the speed racer himself. Fly crown magnate.
I am speed, or also fly. One of the two.
And late but on time. The one
The only.
GM, but he calls him
Are we having Ja
Yeah.
Rule as a guest?
Ja Rule. Oh shit. And this is the Shot Club. Bomb.
Bum, 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 bum,
All right.
Don't drink and drive, folks. Just when you're done driving.
Pew, pew.
Oh yes. Before we start, what is the first shot?
I guess Exodus.
DMX's album. Yes, we'll talk about DMX first. Big up.
All right.
Hey, Emma, what are you drinking? I'm drinking water. What are you drinking?
Also drinking water.
I assume Mo would be drinking water, so I took it upon myself to get Jameson.
Oh,
Nice.
you finally.
And that left worse of a taste in David's mouth than yours.
Yeah.
Jameson's not bad, you know. Jameson is not bad.
It's really not.
It doesn't burn. It's there. It's not bad. Well, yeah. So how was everybody's week? Mo, how's the real estate life? What's going on? I see you're going big on the investor tip.
Yeah.
Investor.
Yep. I'm got a couple places that I'm selling off market, and still working on getting my license the next month or so. I'm doing renovations at the cottage, like everything real estate all day, every day.
That's good. When you're doing renovations, are you getting licensed as well?
What does that mean?
Very random. So a guy I used to work with, they used to like not really watch whatever we'd be doing. So every time I'd see him, he'd be on YouTube watching house repair, renovation, and shit. All that stuff. So he turned around and renovated his whole house, opened up his own renovation company, and started doing it for other people. Once he did that, then he went and got his real estate license. And he does that like side by side. So it's like,
Interesting.
get the house and renovate it yourself.
Yeah, he flips it himself.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I meant in a way. Like, he didn't really get a license for that, but knowing how to do it.
Yeah. So I'm not doing flips myself right now. Maybe in the future.
Right.
But my goal right now is just to build up a portfolio of doors, as they say. But I'm not really trying to do flips right now because I don't have much of a construction carpentry background. I have a little bit, but
No, okay.
I'm doing stuff at my mom's.
Right.
Yeah, there's a big learning curve there. So, but you're right. Everything's on YouTube. You can learn everything.
You pretty much learn everything, like the molding, everything. I was just like, it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
But yeah. Outside of that, anything else?
That's everything. That's all of it. That's all we're gonna talk about today, anyways.
That is life. That is life. David has a cup in his mouth. So, Trace, how was your week?
A red cup at that. I just realized he's drinking out of a red cup. Interesting.
A red cup.
I was actually waiting for Chester to be something stupid and say, "Hey, David, how was your week?"
No. I looked and I was like, let's not waste some time today. Let's just get to the nitty gritty. So, Trace, your week. How was it? How did it do?
What up, bro?
You want to close out? Thanks. Bobo.
Shout out to Ro.
No.
No?
No.
Did you say no mo?
I said no. No to row.
Oh,
No SO to row.
shout out to Ro.
No.
So, how was your week, sir?
Yeah, Trace, stop saying shout out to row. That's how your week was? Shout out to row?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't like that. He left.
He didn't like it. He didn't like it.
It's all right. I like being on the right corner. I'm in the corner of right.
Yeah,
I was in the studio.
I wrote a verse for Ro this week as well.
I just recorded some for one of his joints yesterday.
Yeah.
So.
I gotta get on that.
This is why I keep saying no to row, because he never asked me to do shit for him. So
Is it the same one that I don't know who else is on it.
Yeah.
Or if there's anybody else on it. But
So on the song?
Yeah.
No, it's not the same song, I don't think.
Okay. I wasn't sure. He didn't send any instructions.
no.
He just
row a hater, so I don't shout out to row hater.
That should have been the title. David Solomon does not rate Ronin.
I didn't say rate. I said shout out to. I don't say rate. I said shout out.
Listen.
David
I
is
said
not
this the title.
romance.
This is clickbait titles, B. Clickbait.
He does not romance.
He's not Rose Man.
He has no romance.
David shout ins.
That didn't work.
Yeah. In the studio yesterday.
That didn't work.
In the studio yesterday, did something for Ro and just demoed some stuff I'm working on. So that's my week. And of course, I had a great time. Thursday, Casual Fan Podcast. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and the bell, stay notified. Thursdays when we go live.
But were you a man who got to curl his mustache? Is the real question.
Yes.
Nah, my girl won't let me do it.
I'm sorry, what?
She is heavily against it.
Bro,
Sorry, what?
you just kind of curl it. Like, listen.
You just got to do it, bro.
This is the thing.
See, the thing is,
If you wake up in the morning and you curl it, go to work, come back, and it's curled.
Naturally. You're naturally
easier.
curly.
Listen. It's
Here's the
easier
problem.
to ask for forgiveness than permission.
yeah, and
First of all,
she'll say the same thing when she cuts my mustache off while I'm sleeping.
First of all, that's fight. Just fight.
So
Just
curl
no,
it.
no.
Take your picture, keep your
Just
memory,
fight.
and then
Just fight, bro.
I guess.
First of all, it's your mustache. It's yours. If she wants her own mustache, she has to grow it.
Grow her own.
The question is how
She wants
bad
to control the mustache. Grow her own.
If she wants her own mustache, she has to grow it. But
Straight
she
up, man.
can't.
Can't
She
control
can't
a
control
mustache.
your
That's not
mustache.
yours.
Okay, but like very
Do you
similar
control?
to
Do you control her weaves? You don't control
in
her
a way,
wigs.
in a way, yeah.
As
Do you wear them?
women say, I'm not going to touch that.
Right?
I'm not going to touch that.
As anybody should be not touching black women's hair, we will not touch that.
Like I said, I will not touch that. I'll leave that alone.
Yes, but I
She tried to play it. She says she has to look at it. That ain't
So
no
what?
thing but a chicken wing. Like, let's
So
be serious.
you have to look at it for a few hours of the day. Okay, he gets to live with it all day. That's just let the man live. The fuck?
So there is an option here.
Yes.
What is that? Let's go.
Wax.
Yes. What?
You can wax it when you want to have it curled. You wax it up, you got it curled, then you go home to see her, you wash it out there and
I mean, like,
both worlds.
what if you have something really deep to think about? Like,
I know, right?
She's stopping you from thinking.
Right?
know, right?
She's
It's
stopping
like-
the evil.
That ain't
She's
right.
stopping the evil mustache twirl.
That's not right, man. That's not right.
Like,
man.
what if I want to be a Marvel villain? Like,
The evil mustache twirl is important. It's
It is.
You're
extremely
supposed to
important.
be supportive.
it is, and I'm glad that
Yeah,
I have you guys
Supposed to be
support,
supportive.
and I'm
She is
glad I
supposed to
have
be
the
supportive.
support of the
She is
people.
not
who are
supportive right
watching.
now.
Why don't you braid the soul patch? Wait, you don't want me to play that, then I'm gonna braid my soul patch. That's
Dempsey style.
She
Don't
says,
do that.
What are
I'm
y'all?
gonna say right now, I'll make fun of you every day if I see that twisted up, bro. If you have this thing right here twisted up, I'll make fun of you.
But David,
it'd be a new
do
trend, yo.
the rubber bands thing too, like Lou Albano, like.
No. See, the chin tail is something different, but Mo's talking about the soul patch right here under your lip.
Yeah.
Well, even I might do together. Take this and then bring it down to this and bring it all as one.
If I was still Trace motivated, I'd put an M right here, right there.
Know what though?
Bro,
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that because I'm gonna grow this back, and when that happens, I'm gonna do that.
Take this, braid this, all of this, bring it into this, all the way down.
Yeah, I'm gonna connect all of this. I'm gonna connect all of it, and my lady won't tell me not to do it either.
I've been thinking about bringing back the rat tail.
Do it up.
I think I saw somebody with a rat tail.
Do it up. Bring it back.
Actually, no, I did.
Omari has one. Omari has one.
There you go.
It's not that crazy of an idea today. Like I've seen it a few times.
Omari has a rat tail. He's growing it back, and he's pretty much braided from like the middle of his head down.
Not sure.
Cheza, how was your week?
Hold on, we didn't speak about David's week. How was your week, David?
Cheza, how was your week? He asked you.
I did ask though.
It's none of his business though. So how was your week, David?
The funny thing is, me and Chiz are on Zoom chats more times a week that I should know what his week is.
It's like, come on now. People, if they want to get to know Ches, just tune in on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays,
Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays.
This is all over. If you want to know my week, this is what I do. I'm on these things, talking to people and saying things. You know,
saying things, eh?
You're saying things.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Love month, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
You missed Friday.
I never miss Friday because Friday's the shit.
Oh man.
Oh, you see the next Friday coming out, or what
is that real?
There's no other Friday coming out no more, man. They lost too many people in that to come back. Like
they're about 8 years late.
Yeah, man.
They're far behind.
I wish
that Friday stuff.
They tried to. I think they really just tried to be cool and wait for people to grovel, and then people just got to the point where it's like it doesn't even make sense now.
Well, and then they started losing people.
Like, yeah, people are like really dying. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do now?
Bernie Mac's gone.
You don't have Debo. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, you don't have Debo. Gone. How are you gonna have a Friday without Debo?
Smokey's gone. Pops is gone.
No, Smokey's still alive.
No. Smokey, I don't think Smokey is coming back. Like the character is coming back because Chris Tucker's not going to do that character anymore.
I thought of a wicked.
No, they can play it in a way to bring it back. They can play it in a way to bring it back.
Pops is gone.
Yeah, Pops is gone.
Yeah.
Right.
John Witherspoon's gone.
So it's like two like.
I mean, if you do it, you can do it kind of like how, and you see in concerts and stuff where it's kind of like in tribute, like let's do it because this person's not here, or this person's that, like they write it into the storyline where it's like, okay, Pops is gone. We've been gone too long. We should get back together, type of thing.
Or they can use his funeral or whatever situation as a reason.
I'm surprised the Wayans brothers didn't
comes back together and all that.
Right.
Oh, the Wayans brothers. Well,
I'm surprised they didn't do that for like the Wayans brothers. Like,
I don't know if I'm waiting for a Wayans brothers show.
Wayans brothers
a reunion. Like
Wayans brothers show.
Wayans brothers.
I want a
Marlon's show himself is dope.
No. I want a new version of In Living Color, but I don't want a Wayans brothers show.
They can't do In Living Color now.
In Living Color is too much to live up to.
Not even that. They can do In Living Color now. Like
Saturday Night Live has been going on forever, bro. You mean you can't?
Saturday Night Live
and you know what? They're in New York. They have money to waste.
It wasn't
you
like
can bring up another sketch comedy show.
Some of the stuff In Living Color we're doing, they can't do today.
And do you want
like their comedy was based in like I don't know if they can do that today.
Do you want In Living Color to be the same legacy as Saturday Night Live, where people are just kind of watching it because it's there in the legacy, like they don't really care about the content today? Like,
no. But that's the thing.
I want it to be impactful
because you could bring that show back with content, right? You have the ability to bring that show back with some content. You don't have to keep it going consistently. Do a 2-season run and see what happens.
What's the phrase? Is it's better to burn out than to fade out? I would rather them. I'd rather remember them for as they were than bring it back in.
Burn out.
Because if you burn out, you You ran short, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if he wasn't sure too, and I don't know if he got the saying right. I don't know what it was supposed to be either.
Yeah.
It's better to burn out than fade out.
It's better to fade out than burn out.
Because fade out is kind of like
you fade to black. If you burnt out, if you burnt out, you're one hit wonder, bro. You're burnt out. Like you didn't make it.
Like you didn't make it.
They weren't around for long, so they did burn out.
But it's not better to burn out than to fade out. It's better to fade out than to burn out.
To burn out is pretty much saying to live fast and die young.
But it's not better to burn out. Why would you want to do that?
Why would I want to be around people? Like, there's plenty of people that have albums out. Are you going to check them today? They're fading out.
I listened.
They're fading out.
Fading out.
That's what that is. People burn out quick. Boom.
But
you remember how fast and how hot that was. Fading out means you're looking at that person disintegrate.
Not necessarily
You're
disintegrate.
watching them snap.
It's not necessarily disintegrate. You're watching them as they choose to end their career. When they fade out, they're choosing to end their career most of the time. A person who burns out doesn't always have that ability. Like Young MC burnt out, bro. Like he had one song and died. That was it.
I would rather have Young MC's career.
I think we're
Bust a Move will never die.
Oh, you'd rather Young MC's career than Busta Rhymes?
That's not the same. That's a false equivalency.
But that's
that's
a burnout.
You said the longer they go, they fade out. Like nobody's really checking for a Busta Rhymes song like they used to.
Who says who?
No, but that's still a fade out, bro.
It's still a fade out.
Fading out. That's
just
Busta
if
still
you go
fading
by
out
whatever the mainstream numbers or whatever.
Because his
coming, a one-hit wonder to the
his
pop
coming
world,
album and the Extension Level Event 2 aren't the same quality of albums, right? Not everyone's still checking for it.
It's just
but
not the same amount of people
putting out music on his time. Young MC can't put out nothing anymore, bro. He can't never put out a song.
Bust the Move will be around longer than the fucking Roaches.
It could be around for whatever, but
they'll have a party. They'll have a party, and Bust the Move will be playing.
And right after that, they're gonna play My Hands Where My Eyes Can See. Yeah. They're gonna play Woo Ha. They're gonna play all these other songs that Busta dropped.
Yeah. But we're not even talking about the songs itself. We're talking about his career itself. His career, he burnt out.
Anyways, Kurt Cobain was the one who said that. It's better to burn out than fade away.
Okay.
So,
and then he took his life.
Yeah.
All apologies.
Shout out to Kurt Cobain.
Shout out to Kurt. Shout out to DMX.
Now,
we're gonna review this album.
So in that vein, so
Kurt Cobain.
If Tupac didn't die, would he still be at the magnitude he is?
We don't know if he would have stopped.
And
we keep making these assumptions about artists that they would have gone on. We don't know what they would have done.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, to be honest with you,
Tupac would have stopped and ran for Senate or some shit.
Tupac, I could have seen him just continuing more of an acting career than music. And music dropped.
I think he'd always do music.
And with Aaliyah,
had a huge impact, whatever it was.
Yeah, exactly. No matter what it was, he would have had a huge impact for sure. Because he could have went into political space. He could have just stayed in the acting space. He could have continued doing music whenever he wanted to, right? Because Pac could have dropped an album every 10 years like D'Angelo, and it would have been hot.
And Tupac in this climate would thrive. The whole independent scene and all the different ways you could put music out independently. That's if he wouldn't have gotten strong-armed by Suge for a longer time. We don't know. Again, there's all these intangibles.
People could be looking at Pac today like they look at like somebody from the 90s, like Method Man.
Kane.
Like Method Man. They're just like,
nah.
If he drops an album,
Method's on a resurgent.
Method
the wrong example.
Pac had more fans, bro. Bro, just look at Pac. Pac to me had the same kind of level of fandom like Michael.
Method bodied Conway last year.
Yeah.
You tell me how many people who rapped with Conway body
Conway.
Method
Man
is putting out better. I mean, Method Man is selling more music than Conway.
No.
He has more attention
verse,
than Conway.
On the Lemon Squeeze verse, bro.
There's more attention than Conway.
What I'm saying
is on that verse.
So that's why when I say Method Man, I'm like, Method Man is like, it's not that his music is bad. I'm never talking about somebody's music. But I mean, status-wise, within the need of what people want his music, it's not there.
No.
changes all the time.
If Method
And a
drops,
verse-
if
and a
Method
verse
drops
like-
a hot, if Method drops a hot single right now, right,
Mhm.
and says that he's dropping an album next week,
Okay.
you saying that everyone who's been bumping this hot single right now is going to go check for it?
Well, when you say everyone who's bumping that hot single, who is everyone?
What up, Mark?
That's the whole thing. It's like everyone could be back in the day. Everyone was like 2 million people. Everyone
Right.
today could be 100,000. That was 100,000 would still check his thing, but it's still not the 2 million he used to get.
True.
True.
So that's what I mean. I'm not saying that his music sucks now. I'm not saying nothing
But
about his
remember,
music.
Chesa, always the new head is going to have more play than the older head.
No, definitely. But still,
Right.
a lot of the older heads.
There's only a few heads that are older that has the same consistent fan base.
Like, what was the last album Method Man dropped?
Mm.
It was
That's what I'm saying.
no.
We don't check
was,
for it. Like,
Yeah, but Pac is more comparable.
It
To
was the Meth Lab. Meth Lab too.
But it's different than Chesa. Knowing and remembering what the album is doesn't mean I didn't check for it. I might have listened to it. Doesn't mean I remember what it is.
Well, let's segue that into the X album, because I'm interested to see how many people really, really enjoy the album, what they're gonna remember from it, and what they didn't like from it.
yeah. All right. Sorry.
Because-
Right before you do that, just want to say, Mark said, I think we would check for it because it is so easy to access music.
It is.
So, like, we'd listen to it, but would we remember it? Maybe, maybe not.
What do we retain today? That's the real
Right.
question. And that's with everything. That's what I mean. If when Jay and Beyonce put their album out, how many people were talking about it 2 weeks after it?
Not a lot.
And those are the two, you could say, two, if not the biggest, two of the biggest artists in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the way we consume music today. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Remember, that lead time isn't there anymore, right? That promo, that hype isn't there anymore. The packaging isn't there anymore, right? What we used to love as a consumer isn't there anymore. So,
But
unless
they don't
unless
have
you-
to do it anymore.
unless you're doing it subtly.
You know what I mean? Like, you can do it if you want to, but most people don't want to do it. So
right.
they don't bother. And a lot of people like, but that's the thing. You can't compare it to like a Beyonce doesn't have to do it. Rihanna doesn't have to do it. Chris Brown, Drake, none of them have to do a rollout. You know what I mean? Their name is already out there.
Like
But
Beyonce
it's the
did it.
other people underneath that don't know.
Beyonce literally dropped an entire album and music videos for every single song, and broke the internet.
Yeah.
Right.
At
Watch
the same
when
time, not everybody
Rihanna
can
drops
do
her
that.
album. Watch when Rihanna drops her album.
Not even just that. Just watch
Why
when
don't you put a
Drake drops
single
Certified Lover Boy. Because Drake is Drake
Drake's
is
album
leading
is
up
not
with.
going to hit harder than Rihanna's album is going to.
No, it's not.
Rihanna's
It's not.
dropped. Lord
It's
God.
not. But,
She's
but
a
just
ghost
look at-
right now. That's why.
But just look
She's
at
big
Drake's lead time. Drake is dropping clothing. Drake is dropping candles. Drake is dropping a bag of things leading up to this shit,
Yeah.
and no one's seen a track list.
No, but it's the name alone. Like, it's Drake. Like,
Bro,
Like-
and again, when he drops his album, right? Because I think Kendrick's album's coming up next.
Kendrick's about to drop.
Kendrick's album's
Yeah.
coming up next, and
Cole's
then Drake's
album
probably going to
just-
drop his right after that.
yeah.
If not,
Yeah.
if not, probably on the same time.
You've been seeing those memes of the Mount Rushmore heads
Yeah.
where
I've seen that.
Drake,
They'll have-
Kendrick, Cole, and then one missing, and they're like, who should be up there?
Yeah,
It's a good question.
All right, Moso. You put the question out there. Who would you put
should be up
there
there?
as that fourth?
I don't even know, to be honest. I hear all these other people being like Wayne and like all this stuff. Like that's not even the same.
no, I
Generation.
would put Wayne up there.
I hear a lot of people say Kanye.
No,
I can't even say his name.
Again, I don't put him in the same.
no.
Like, I feel like, Wayne and Kanye are like the fathers to that generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same class.
Yeah.
Who do you consider in this class right now though? Because those guys are still already 10 years in the game. So
They are. They're
I know
they're
some people would say, well, back in the day, the argument used to be Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, Big Sean. Or Big Sean was throwing himself in that conversation. But Big
Yeah.
Sean used to be in that conversation.
for sure.
Lupe
was
used to be in
at
that
one point.
conversation.
So
I feel like Lupe is just a little. I feel like
Lupe,
is a class
Lupe's
right
a
before
different
that.
generation.
Yeah.
Like, Yeah.
Lupe
He's in
and
there with
Drake came out
Big
the same.
Sean. It was Big Sean.
Lupe and Drake came out around the same time.
Yeah, but Lupe popped before Drake.
Yeah, he really did. And I don't know, you don't really put Lupe with that generation, honestly. You always put him with the generation right before.
Does this route Mount Rushmore have to have 4 heads on it though?
Oh,
Yeah,
they had the 4 heads, so they're just trying to see.
But that's
I think this generation is just a 3-headed monster.
Nobody can think of the one who should be there.
I put Nicki in
Rihanna.
It jumps up.
True say.
I put Rihanna up there.
Lil Baby.
No,
the way that he's moving right now.
Little baby is under that generation. He's under that.
He's under that generation.
He's under that generation because remember these guys are 10 years into the game.
Yeah.
So the baby's under that generation. If I'm going to put anyone up on that stage with them, it's going to be Rihanna.
I'm putting Nicki in there because I'm putting rappers. I'm just.
Oh, you're only putting rappers? I'm putting any artist that made a huge impact, man. And it's.
I know Rihanna was in that generation, but is she of that generation?
No. Rihanna's before that.
Yeah, she is before that. She's in that generation, but she was like at least 3 albums deep.
Rihanna's around the same
by
time
the time
Lupe,
Drake had an album.
Yeah,
before,
on the replay. I'm at the spot in this book.
I'm strictly going from 2010. If you had a huge impact from 2010 to 2020, I gotta put Nicki in there. I might not be a huge fan, but I have to put Nicki in there. If we're gonna put Drake, Cole, Kendrick, I have to put Nicki because she probably had a bigger impact than
Cole. It is Nicki. If you're gonna put because there's no one else out there. Because that YCMB camp, made a huge impact. Whatever, man. YCMB,
what were you saying about the book?
Huh?
It doesn't matter. Birdman's still making 30 million a year.
Oh, I was just saying, I'm at that point in this book where Jay takes over Def Jam and puts out Rihanna.
Yeah, he did Rihanna and Tia Marie at the same time. Yeah. I thought Tia Marie was gonna break out just because of the single that she had, right?
She had a dope single too. They both had a dope single, but
bringing Rihanna up to Toronto for Caravana and having her perform live on Much and then live at Caravana set it off.
Yeah,
right. She performed upon the replay up here, and that was it. From that performance, bro, it set it off.
And you can say there was a Cardi cosign too. That's crazy. That's crazy. Cardi impacted the world.
Yeah.
Sam Swain says, agree. Not a huge fan, but it's Nicki for real. But really, if you think about it, there's really no one else. Like, the other name was Big Sean. That, from what I remember, is Big Sean. Was Mac Miller from that generation? Would we put him in there? I would say he is that generation, right?
Mac.
He had his own lane.
Well, Mac and Wiz were just before that.
Yeah,
I would put Mac and Wiz right before, and Mac, Wiz,
2 Chainz.
Yeah.
And 2 Chainz is that generation.
Yeah.
Is Nicki more impactful than 2 Chainz?
Yeah.
Overall, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And she is.
I crazily as it sounds, I kind of have to put Chief Keef in there too.
Or ASAP.
ASAP for sure. Too? Yeah. Because as a crew, I don't think we've seen a bigger crew. Like, we haven't seen that since probably Dipset G Unit.
Yeah. About that makes sense.
But even at that time, if we're talking that time too, Rocky was big.
He took off.
Mm-hmm.
He took off. As far as like style and fashion, he's definitely more in the Rihanna lane because he affects more than just music.
Mm-hmm. In the Rihanna lane, you say. In the Rihanna lane, you say.
In the Rihanna hole, you said?
I did not say that.
You got to take it so far.
In all 3, though?
You're gone too far, David.
I was being
gone too far.
I was being civil about it. I was being
in the Rihanna holes.
Okay.
Which
on
that note,
let us Exodus.
But yeah, we got to talk about DMX album. So, no, what's this one too?
The Dog.
Mount Rushmore. Drake, Kendrick, Cole, Nicki.
I'm still kind of iffy about Nicki. But
I don't know about Nicki.
We'll talk about that. I'm iffy about Nicki. That's my campaign.
Thank you, Sam. Nicki. Thank you, Sam. And thank you for joining as well.
Sam, stop this, leave her.
Sold more records, rap better than most.
I'm a motherfucking monster.
What about Ross?
Huh?
Who?
Like everybody went, what?
Ross.
You said Raw?
Ross?
Oh, Ross.
Rose.
Rick Ross?
Yeah.
Is Ricky Rose part of that generation?
If not Rose, Meek Mill. Meek Mill would be that generation.
Yeah, he's Lupe's
And
generation.
Meek Mill's not.
Yeah.
Meek Mill's not.
You're right.
Ross
Yeah,
is 05, 06.
Yeah.
Okay, we got our Mount Rushmore.
Do we?
Well,
Mark said
the Sudbury.
Most saying no to Nicki.
No, I wouldn't put Nicki.
Mark Arthur says Nicki got bars.
Yeah.
Next, what rappers came out in 2010?
Mark Arthur said, in my humble opinion, you have to place Rick Ross on any Mount Rushmore for any MC post 2010.
Okay. Now you could say that, yeah.
I'd put Rocky probably.
Okay. I wouldn't put Rocky that high.
He wouldn't have the same impact as Nicki, but I don't know. When it comes to that time, although, is it that time or is it this time?
I'm trying to drink this Sorrow, and it has a fucking cork in it. Like, the fuck? What the fuck is this?
That means it's good. Calm down.
Check that. I should have corkscrew by the thing.
Yeah.
All right. So actually, we didn't talk about DMX album. Anyway. So you guys have listened to the DMX album?
Yeah.
I've listened to some of it.
Some of it? How did you feel about it? What are your thoughts? Trace, I know you've listened to everything. Maybe twice. So what are your thoughts on the DMX album?
I think he's listening to
Let me pull it up. Shades of Slim on Casual Fan. I like the way it started, and then after it started, I was like kind of weirded out a bit for a couple songs, and then it picked up a little bit, and then I like the second half better.
What do you mean weirded out? What?
Nas, and X, none of them sounded natural, except Nas had the best verse on it.
Yeah.
But Jay didn't sound all there, and X, I don't know how they were sequencing his verse, but he did not sound natural on there. And it's one of those things where it's like that type of song, shouldn't have taken DMX's death for that to happen.
That was my question. Me and Mo were talking about it earlier. I was like, is this song, was it made post or pre-death? Like, did they get together in the studio? Did he know about the song and everything, got the verses before and heard it himself? Or this is what they put together?
Put it like this. There's no way DMX should sound like that if he's still alive on that song. He sounded all over the place.
So, but the album was in the works, right?
Yes, the album was in the works.
But a lot of it feels posthumous. Like it was thrown together afterwards, right?
Yeah. From what DMX was saying, I forget who. I think it was it was either Breakfast Club or Drink Champs interview he was doing, and he was talking about the album, and somebody was like, "Yeah, I heard Swiss is still waiting for this," and he was like, "I don't know." He's like, "I'm not waiting for anything. Like, I'm pretty much done what I got to do."
Sounds like Pop.
So if he's saying he's got something to do, then that's on Swiss. So you gotta ask Swiss that. I don't know if he's waiting on anything, but any verses or people I wanted on, I have it already.
Even if you listen to the
Harley.
Even if you listen to the I think it was the one with Wayne. It was either the one with Wayne or the one with Moneybagg Yo. And Swiss is on the hook. Swiss is on the hook, and I'm sorry, but Swiss sounded like he was clapping on the ones in white church. He did. Even Swiss didn't even sound like he was supposed to be where he's supposed to be on the beat.
Oh, I'm trying to hear like which song. Are you sure the one's not the song with Lil Wayne? Dogs Out?
No, it's the one where he's. It's the one where he's. Yeah, it's probably that one. He's on the hook.
Yeah. I remember that hook stood out to me, and I was just like, it was weird. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
the Moneybagg one is money.
Yeah, that
the fact that the first five, I think the first 5 songs, he's the last person on every track.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, because we have to remember, DMX is still an old dog. and you can teach an old dog new tricks. But DMX is the old dog who still wants to be last on every joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that I'm sure of.
These they sounded forced, bro. Like
they did sound forced.
They sounded intentionally like, okay, we have a track here from Griselda. Let's put DMX on the end. Because, right? And like I said to Trace the other night, I'm like, he didn't belong on that song. Right? And I wouldn't have put him on there with all three members of Griselda. I would have maybe one or two at most. And as soon as X's verse started, the beat drops. Like right out for a good like 4 bars. He wasn't even ready for that whole kind of style.
And this is what I was telling David. He sounded like Griselda was doing like a cipher, and they looked over and was like, "Yo, X, come here, man. We love you. Come here. You got to spit something on it." And because he didn't even sound like he was a part of the song.
No,
but I loved the feel of it, even though it was imperfect. First of all, did anybody notice that he was doing ad libs at the same time as Westside?
Yeah.
Fuck it. For the feel of it alone, it gets a pass for me. But I don't like the placement. He sounded rushed. He didn't sound comfortable. But I love the fact that he's there with them, and he shouted them out at the end. Yeah. So
at the beginning too, he brings them up, he shouts them out, and he's like, "I ain't 50 for nothing. I ain't 50 for nothing."
Hold on.
Mark says, "Money, Money, Money" was the track was supposed to have Pop Smoke on it, and that's true because DMX was talking about he was supposed to have a track with Pop Smoke on it.
Mark,
and that's crazy. So that means they took him off.
Mark put me onto some game. Shout out to Mark.
Maybe they didn't get him on.
Yeah, maybe they didn't run that verse.
Oh, they didn't get the actual track before.
Yeah, maybe they didn't get that verse. I don't think the thing is, I don't think they would have taken that off because Pop Smoke track would have made an impact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like
either way, they should have left that on the cutting room floor. That song was not it.
No, but like
first time I heard Moneybagg Yo though.
Me and Trace were talking yesterday, and it's like, where's Eve? Where's
Drag On?
I could have swore Drag On was on a track. No, he's not.
So that's the whole album, like from the look of the playlist and the sound of it, you would think this was all put together later, but it sounds like a lot of these features were already lined up.
Yo, this album pretty much is like Notorious B.I.G. duets.
Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't even gonna say that. I was gonna say Born Again.
I was gonna say Born Again, but duets came in my head, and I was like, that
duets. It's 100% duets.
Because with Born Again, there's. I remember at the time people were like, "Oh, he wouldn't have rapped with the Hot Boys." Well, we don't know that. Yeah. We just know that maybe it wouldn't have sounded like that. But if Life After Death showed us anything, from 93 to 96, Big grew up a lot.
Yeah,
and he acquiesced, he trusted Puff, and he did some collaborations that you probably wouldn't have seen. So yeah, there's some odd pairings, but you still have to make it work.
Yeah,
Big still sounded all right with the Hot Boys.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? There's a couple of joints in there that I didn't really.
This is where I'll give Puff his ratings, because he executive produced an album, right? Way better, right? With the person who passed away, way better with the whatever they had available than Swiss has. Because this album isn't it. The way that X's voice was mixed, the way that sounds were layered, like, why is Alicia Keys so high on the track?
And it feels rushed, no?
Yeah,
I think Swiss just wanted to get this album out for his boy. You know what I mean? He's like, I got to get this album out for DMX.
He knows how short people's attention spans
exactly.
are. Like, talking about.
I get to get it within the wave.
Right,
I get that, but there's a level of care too.
Right.
Like if you look at I always look at the last Tribe album, the one that came out in 2016. I looked at that as the best way to say goodbye from a fan favorite to their audience. I felt like there was songs on this album that did DMX a disservice.
Yeah.
Like there's no way you could tell me that Q-Tip didn't make Fife's last appearance count.
Amazing.
To make Jerobe's opening count. To make all the features that are on the album make it work, made it work. It was the perfect thank you thank you for everything you've done for us. Here's what we're doing for you. And I feel like Swiss rushed it.
Yeah, he didn't have to put this album on right now. He could have took another month. He could have took 2 months. He could have put something out at the end of the year.
Because
right?
And the reason I say that is because the stuff on there that's great is great. And it sounds like DMX. Like DMX would have done a song with Bono and probably shot a vid. It probably would have been the first single.
Yeah.
Lord, something like Lord, Give Me a Sign.
Like when's X's birthday?
You probably wouldn't have picked it, but that's DMX. And he could do that. And
when's X's birthday?
I'm not sure. I have to look that up.
Alexa, when's DMX's birthday?
Here's something I found on the web.
This bitch.
December 8th.
Drop it on December 8th.
Significance of number 5.
You have time, last quarter. That's possible.
Drop it on December 8th. You got time, and people are going to be out there sending their happy birthday DMX, right? Everyone's going to send a happy birthday DMX post. Drop it on his fucking birthday.
You could have done a versus DMX versus Earl Simmons. And you could have dropped the album. You could have it could have been a concert that was just for him on that versus platform that's on Triller.
On Triller, yep.
And made it a whole concert, birthday celebration. Thank you, DMX. Thank you to everybody who supported him.
Yep.
There was no need to rush this.
Nope. But again, they're short-sighted on what they do, right?
Absolutely, Sam.
Yo, did you guys get to see that video of Jay-Z describing the Jay-Z video from the LeBron? What is it called? Uninterrupted?
I did. That's another thing.
Whole DMX shit.
I posted it in the group chat. Did you see it, Emo?
Yeah.
Hold on. Before that, hold on. Sam Swain says his death sped up the process, I believe. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like Trace, since you didn't see it.
No, I did see it.
You did see it? Okay.
But you can break it down still, just in case.
Hilarious.
The biggest impact for me watching that video, right, is when Jay, just the whole intro when Jay says, listen, there was no real tours happening for hip hop, right? For rap. But the tour that they were on,
backstage.
He's backstage.
The Hard Knock Life tour.
DMX is opening for Jay, right? And Jay's like, DMX is backstage. He's in the tunnel. And then they're playing the intro, and it's like, doom, doom. The whole place is riding.
No. If people
it's the
if you listen to, if you know the album, the first album, the intro.
Yeah.
So as it opens, it goes doom.
Yeah.
Doom.
And then the whole place is rattling. And then he goes, X is in the tunnel, and he goes, and the whole place goes fucking nuts. Halfway through the set, he takes off his shirt. Now the girls are going fucking nuts. Okay? And at the end of the whole thing, he prays, and then the whole place is crying. And they're like, okay, now you go. He's like, how the fuck am I going to go on after that?
It's so funny. His reactions to it, he's just like, oh shit.
100%. He really did change up Jay-Z's performances.
Yeah.
Because if you go to a Jay-Z concert, there's a lot of little things that he does now.
Yeah.
He doesn't move. He doesn't move back and forth. He doesn't do the running back and forth. But he makes it a point to talk to the crowd now, to go back and forth. Like he has that part at the end of his thing where he'll play. I can't remember which beat he plays. I think it's the "What More Can I Say" beat. Yeah. And he starts pointing at people in the crowd. Hey, girl, yeah, I see you in your red dress. Yo, you were vibing all night. Yo, keep it up. And then he'll keep going through the whole crowd, pointing at different people. And it's like it makes it so much better now. But you can see how it affected his performance.
But this is the problem I have. As much as I love that story, that story's not happening while DMX is alive. And I hate that.
Yeah.
There's no reason why Jay-Z can't give it up for DMX and what he did before. Like,
bro, but the thing is, it's not for Jay. Anyone Jay sat in a room with isn't bringing up DMX for him to talk about, right? And Jay's not the guy that just talks about anything just to talk about it. He's not. He goes in a room and he's talking about specific things, and then he's out.
And Jay said it in the interview. He was like, "There was a competition between us. We didn't hate each other. Like we loved each other, but there was a competition. So as he's alive, there's that competition between them."
Yeah,
like he said it. Like they had their battle, and then DMX was on the stage that night screaming out Jay-Z's name, like, "Where's Jay? Where's Jay?" He was like, "There's always a competition."
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't think Jay's gonna give it up for anybody doing something somewhat better than him while he's alive.
Bro,
It's kind of the same thing. It's kind of the same thing with Will Smith. Will Smith is not gonna bring up Tupac while Tupac's alive.
But you can't tell.
Oh, that's kind of different.
You can't tell somebody.
It
is different because Tupac had
Tupac and Will aren't even in the same like.
No, and Tupac had his
musically like.
So
yeah,
he's not
that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
Hear what I'm
Tupac
saying.
didn't die. Listen, if Tupac didn't die, Will Smith doesn't date Jada Pinkett and
Well,
Jada Pinkett.
I can see what he's saying about Jay-Z, like because Jay-Z didn't say anything nice about Tupac until Tupac died. But on the other side, he always did big up Biggie.
He always bigged up Biggie. He did big up DMX, and you don't know what their personal relationship is. Jay-Z doesn't do shit for the gram. He doesn't do shit for people's personal opinion of shit.
If anyone talks cross on Jay-Z, Jay-Z will not big you up. DMX has been out there talking cross about Jay-Z. Like Tupac was out there talking cross about Jay-Z. So now when Jay-Z talks about you, he can't talk about the shit. You're dead.
No,
you know what I mean? He can't talk about that.
But again,
so he just talks about the good
still
stuff about you.
Positively about DMX, and you don't know what their personal relationship is in the background because X owed money to Def Jam. Jay said, "Fuck it, you're clear. Go ahead, leave." Right? Why do I need to talk? Why do I need to he's the person, why do you need to talk about somebody so the public knows how much you love that person?
No,
just keep to yourself.
Hold on.
To see people get their flowers while they're still alive.
Bro,
all I'm saying is
if Jay-Z told DMX that personally, is that less or better or the same?
No. Hold on. Here's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. If you're Jay-Z, right? And you're doing, it's almost like Eminem, right? When Eminem has an
I'm JD, artist, but not Jay-Z.
Hold on. When Eminem has an artist, do you see him promote the artist? Or do you see him promote his friends? So if he has West Side Gun on his label, shouldn't he be gushing about West Side Gun and not promoting the Alchemist album who's not on his label? I feel like Jay-Z feels like he can't big up somebody who's big. And if I talk about it, it's going to elevate him here.
How many interviews have you listened to, though, for Jay, though?
That
Jay just brings up, but that Jay just brings up something randomly out of the blue that he wasn't asked. You got to look at people's personality, bro.
It's timing.
It's not about, it's personalities do certain things. All four of us here have different personalities, right? And I'm not going to expect MO, right, to just out of the blue stop making jokes because he's in an interview and he's supposed to be serious. No, he's gonna slide something in somewhere, whether somebody right? Whether that person seriously though, whether that person gets the joke or not, whether it's over their head or not, Mo's gonna slide something in there because that's Mo, right? I don't expect you guys to act outside your nature. And Jay-Z is a Sagittarius. They don't talk about shit that doesn't concern anybody else.
Okay, so I just want to ask then. When have you heard Jay-Z big up somebody who was alive and doing it?
When has he been asked?
Whenever he does an interview, have you ever seen?
How many times have they brought up DMX?
No.
Do you mean in that generation, or you just mean at all?
Hold on.
When Jay's doing an interview, when Jay-Z's doing an interview, right? When is he asked specifically about DMX?
If you saw any of DMX's interviews when they say, "Who's your favorite MC?" Even backstage, he said, "If it's not Jay, it's Scarface."
I didn't ask you that. I asked you about Jay-Z. I didn't ask you about DMX interview.
I've watched.
When has Jay-Z been asked anything about DMX in an interview?
He hasn't been asked about DMX in an interview.
When?
Yes, he has.
When?
He has definitely been asked. I'm not.
You pull that up. You pull that up and send that to me, and then I'll make a public apology on my behalf for Jay-Z.
I'm not looking for an apology or anything.
That guy honestly speaks on what he's asked. So if you don't talk to him about a certain topic, he's not talking about a topic. How many times do people ask this man about a meal? Where's a meal? Where's a meal? Where's a meal?
He already addressed that. He did
How long did it take him to address that though? How long?
He's not gonna big her up. He dropped her.
How long did it take him to just address the fact that she disappeared like a ghost?
He bigs her up.
Dynasty.
He does big her
not
up.
Dynasty. Sorry, it was Blueprint.
You're just saying like
it was
she
the year
fit.
after. It wasn't that long. It wasn't that long.
In an album, not in an interview.
But yeah, Sam says Jay's not going to switch up now. Plus, his influence holds power.
Look, if you look at any interview Jay's done, if you can find where he bigs up somebody who's doing it big on a level,
hold on. That was my question to you. In the present time, he does talk about it because he does say Drake. He does big up Wayne. He does big up all the young ones.
No,
that's what I'm asking. Do you mean his generation, or do you mean at any time?
I mean, guys, he feels threatened by.
Wayne, he was been threatened by Wayne.
He's been threatened by Wayne. He was threatened by Wayne.
And he tried to sign Wayne.
No.
At the same time, he felt threatened by Wayne.
No,
that's why he came back. Because Wayne was coming out saying he's the greatest rapper alive since the greatest rapper retired. That's why he had to come back out of retirement because he's like, nah. And he actually, on Drink Champs, he called so what Jay-Z does a lot is he uses Drink Champs to pass messages to artists. So what he did was he told Nori a story about, what is it? Show Me What You Got, I believe. It's Show Me What You Got.
The freestyle.
And he was like, the freestyle. And he was like, when he heard that, he was like, shit, Wayne is on my heels right now. He's and he went back, and Wayne's like, oh, I've never heard that story before, but it had to go through Noriega.
Let me
with the mixtape Weezy. He said, and he's addressed that on an album with the mixtape Weezy.
I want the mixtape Weezy.
Let me rephrase.
So he does give people their flowers while they're on his heels. If he says it in his music or he says it in an interview, he says it.
Let me rephrase it. So there's no it can't be misconstrued.
It's already misconstrued. You're confused.
I'm not confused at all. I think that a lot of artists.
Use your mustache and tell me that.
Curl it. Curl it as you speak.
Hold on.
Curl it as you speak.
That's the new one. That's the new one. We start from here and we go in. We going in. We going in. We going in. I think with a lot of. Don't encourage me. I think with a lot of artists. I said it before. I said it when we had Jesse from First King. I would have never said Jesse was a better baseball player than me when we were kids. I'm older now. I can say that. I feel like Jay-Z won't give a lot of people props because he's afraid. Like the perception is, if I give him these props, you're gonna feel a way about him more than you do because it's not like I'm a fan. There's nothing wrong with his generation. I'm a fan of
when you put it that way.
Everybody in this.
I don't think he's like giving them their props because he's afraid. I think he's not giving them their props because he doesn't care.
No, it's his generation because he knows that if he says something like, say DMX is alive. DMX alive and he's about to drop an album. If Jay comes out and says, yo, DMX, like if he has any type of interview and he mentions DMX in that interview, his sales can go up, especially if he says it in the manner he just said it about his performance. It will make people go back and look at him. You know what I mean?
I have a problem. I have a problem with people who are now just coming out from under the rocks and saying, "Yeah, I was a Doom fan." Well, where the fuck were you when he was alive and doing it?
I think with Jay-Z, it's different. I think with Jay-Z, it's just that DMX has come out and said bad shit about him. You know what I mean? Like DMX has come out publicly and talked shit about him. So I think with Jay, it's like I'm not gonna go big you up, man, because I don't know what you're gonna say next. I big you up today, and you take this and you flip and you go, see, Jay-Z's on my dick. And you're like, what the fuck? It wasn't even like that, bro.
Well, DMX is unpredictable.
Yeah, exactly. So at the same time, like, you can try to big somebody up, and then they fuck you over, like. And then you're like, man, I was just trying to say something nice about you, and then you flipped it into this.
I learned that I'm not bigging nobody up on their shit either. Like,
especially Ro.
Shout out to Ro, man. And that's a funny thing.
No shout outs to Ro.
Funny thing. Me and Ro, the funny thing is me and Ro are in the chat talking about the songs we've been on together and who got who on what. We can do that. We can do that. I have no problem saying when I see Mo on stage, I'm like, all right, I gotta do better. There's nothing wrong with me.
But that's your personality, though, my guy.
What you say? Okay.
You can't force somebody to be like you.
I'm not forcing him. I'm just saying.
So you can't expect it either. So you should.
No, but what I'm saying is,
the man's like,
I'm not upset.
The man can't give nobody their props because
I'm not upset.
He's scared that they're going to be doing it better.
What I'm saying is, I don't want to hear you talk about it when he's dead. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You could have.
But you could have even said you don't know what the man said to him in private.
I agree. Right. But now he's heaping praises if there wasn't no beef.
Because
now that he's dead, I can say
was-
all these good things. Like
I gotta
there
watch
was no
Backstage because I gotta rewatch Backstage because I feel like I've heard
Watch
that
that
story before.
There was no beef though.
I've heard
There
that
was no
story
beef
before.
at all. The
there
two of
was
them,
beef.
the two of them had love for each other, bro. But
They
their
were super
relationship,
competitive to each other. Yes.
right? But their relationship, that man might have gave DMX his flowers every single time he talked to him. But the public doesn't need to know what this man is telling the next man. The problem with our the generation now is everybody wants to be in everybody's fucking business, right? You don't need to know what this next man said to him, right? Like,
Absolutely.
right. So you don't. Like, when's the last time you heard Dragon talk about DMX? When's the last time you heard Eve talk about DMX or the Locks talk about DMX? They don't talk about this guy on a regular basis. But when they talked to him about him at the funeral, nobody was questioning it. They might have had a big fucking falling out, and you don't know.
Dragon does talk about DMX a lot, actually.
And
right,
he did talk about. He even made a song.
Dragon is DMX's Meth Bleak.
Yeah, Dragon will tell you. He's like, there's no me without him. So Dragon, anytime you ask him or talk to him about anything, X always comes up.
He's the
right.
king.
But
he knows. He knows.
Eve. When's the last time you heard Eve talk about it? Even X might have had a huge fucking falling out, right? But we don't know that. But she's at the funeral giving him flowers when she probably just cussed him the fuck out the day before.
Absolutely. But the thing to me again, it's like I look at everything. So I look at Jay when Jay's the biggest artist and he's in an interview. Is he gonna talk about certain things? Is he gonna like? I've never really heard him big up anybody who could pose a threat while they were alive.
Man, I'm on top. I ain't talking to nobody.
But I will say he did do a big Twitter rant where he just bigged up a bunch of people. I will say
he did do that.
I ain't bigging up not a soul.
So let's say from 444. There's nobody's competition to Jay-Z. Jay-Z's got to a point where he just doesn't care anymore. That's why he signs every New York rapper he liked, even if he had beef or not.
Yeah.
He's like, you guys need to be signed. You guys need to figure out how to make your money and be good. And he doesn't care. Like, he's at a point where he has no competition. So if anybody did bring up DMX, I don't see him going like, I can't talk about X. I think, to me, like, personal opinion, I just think his whole thing was, you don't know what DMX's reaction will be to my comment. I can say this, and DMX could act like I try to play him, and you're like, "Fuck, I didn't try to play you."
There's a video of X walking down the street, and some kid said something to him that wasn't offhand or whatever, and X looks around and yo, come get this man. You know what I mean? Like, X just wasn't about it. The man's asking X a question. He said something. He starts rapping, and X looks at the man. He's like, "Yo, come get this dude." Like, X was gonna slap him. So,
if anybody who's in the comments or who's watching right now, if you haven't seen Backstage, I implore you, go watch Backstage.
Yeah, it'll explain all that.
If you watch the shop, I haven't watched the whole thing. I watched the clips that David sent to the group chat. But if you watch those clips from the shop, or you watch the whole thing in the shop, go watch Backstage. It's a moment in time. Yeah. I remember going to the theater to watch Backstage. I was in Bermuda at the time.
All right, before we go,
I was at the concert. I was at the show.
So, quick question.
You were at the where?
Have you guys ever been in the position that Jay-Z was in that moment? Where somebody goes on right before you, and that person's performance just fucking blows your mind, and then they're like, you go on next now. Has that ever happened to you?
January 2010, shout out to Felon. It's one of the reasons why I performed the way I perform, because I was in the middle of the crowd and he was hosting and he was rapping. He rapped over a Ninth Wonder beat. And I just remember looking at the crowd and saying, holy shit, how am I going to top that? And ever since then, I will go above and beyond to show up anybody on stage.
Sorry. Before you get to the next one, Sam said, I missed y'all. I needed this live. Thank you.
Sam, you are one of the reasons why we do this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mo, what about you? Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember when? Who it
Yeah.
was?
I was in Hamilton, and CL Smooth was like, "I gotta catch my flight."
What a stunt! What a fucking stunt! Like,
Yo, this man says seal smooth.
What a stunt! Like, okay, go ahead.
He's like, "Yo, I gotta catch my flight. Do you mind if I go on before you?" Because I was going on right before him. I'm like, "Bro, what do you mean?" Like,
Yo,
of course, but like,
when Mo says that, it and I don't want to take up too much time. It immediately reminds me of when I was in Montreal watching Master Ace do sound check for 45 minutes. Thinking to myself, holy shit, I've been doing this wrong. Master Ace did sound check for 45 minutes, and I can tell you, he went everywhere on the stage, in the crowd, talking back and forth with the sound guy. I need this change, and just being like, yeah, we've been doing this wrong. we're definitely not doing the same thing here.
No.
It wasn't even that he put on that crazy a show or anything like that. It wasn't necessarily that. I mean, it was obviously he put on a great show, but it was just the fact that he's like, "Yo, can I go on before you?" And I'm just like, "Man, of course you can." You know what I mean? But like, you're gonna leave, and then so is everyone else.
Yeah, like
I would have bartered the fuck out of that though.
So
I would have been like, "Yo, can you listen? Can you just at least tell people to stay for my set after?"
Oh yeah, he did it. He was super cool about it. Not only that, he ended up not having to, like, I guess he did a set still at time, stayed for my set. So everyone else stayed. He made sure everyone else, he like picked me up, said Mo's up next, and stayed, and everyone else did.
CJ wouldn't have done that shit for you.
No.
Sam says, not CL Smooth. Cry emojis.
Yep.
David. No, go ahead. Has that ever happened to you, David?
No.
Never in your life?
I'm the best to do it, the best ever was, best ever is. The only time I ever was shocked.
Or you felt pressure. Was there any time you felt pressure?
No. Because my lane is different than everybody else's, right? But the only person that made me be like, "Yo, shit, you're doper than I thought you were," was fucking Jordell. At the IAPL. I was at the bar, and this man, just when the beat dropped, and he sang for the first time, because he's always rapped, right? Yeah, and when he sang for the first time, I almost threw my drink across the floor, across the room, bro. I'm like,
you don't expect it.
And I'm like, I had to run back from the bar to the front, and I'm watching this guy like, I'm literally watching this guy like this. Fuck. Because I didn't expect none of that. And for Jordell to manage the stage the way he does as well, bro, I was like, yo, this is dirty. I'm glad and I was actually glad I didn't have to perform after that.
He is a beast. He is a beast.
That was amazing.
You give Jordell his fleurs.
Fleurs.
Gotta give everyone their fleurs. Their flower. We give everyone their flower. We'll flower everybody. FLOU.
I'm not giving flower to people.
That sounds like a Jamaican. That's a Jamaican birthday.
Everyone's getting their flowers.
Everybody's getting fried dumpling.
Fuck that.
With the hot grease.
That should happen to me.
It's that flour.
Gotta make sure you give everybody their fried dumpling while they're alive.
Exactly, bro. Who doesn't love fried dumpling? Emma, you know you love fried dumpling.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I love fried
dumpling. That shit happened to me. That's good. That shit happened to me once.
Where?
It was the Onyx show in Toronto. Okay.
I was there.
You were there? Oh yeah. So you remember. So we're haggling with the promoter because the promoter's trying to put us on like first. You know what I mean? So we're like, yo, fuck this. Like,
he's a first time promoter.
Yeah. So we're like, nah, you're not gonna put like brother came up from Sudbury and all that shit. Like, you don't do that, you know?
Right.
So we're haggling. We get at least like 3 from Onyx.
Okay.
So right before, the guy before us. Yo, listen, okay. So the guy before us, we were haggling like, yo, what the fuck? Like, we have to be after him. Like, we fought to be after this guy. So they're like, okay, we'll put you on after him. He's cool with it. He's fine with it. Cool. So we're we're beside the stage when this guy's about to go on. So as they're calling the guy on stage, we're looking at the stage, and they're like, "Yo, is he here? Is he here?" And we're looking at stage like, "Where the fuck is he?" And as we look at the stage, the corner of my eye, I see somebody like creeping behind me.
Okay.
With a mask on, with a not a David, what do you call it? The ski mask, right? Not a balaclava, but the ski mask. He has a ski mask on, no shirt, army pants, fucking Timbs.
Right.
Bald head.
Right.
I'm like, so I'm looking at him. I'm like, why is this guy ducked down beside? He looks at us and he's like, shh. So we're like, what the fuck? So we're looking at him. He's ducked down. So I'm like, what the hell's going on? And they're calling his name. They're calling his name on stage.
Can't find
And they're like, what the fuck? Where is he? So then these two dudes come up, swole as fuck. Go on stage, take the mic from the guy and be like, don't worry about this. We got this. Yo, where you at? Then they dropped, oh, fuck. What is the fucking beat? It's the OPP beat. So they dropped that. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? The guy beside me runs on stage, grabs the mic, and says, fuck the police. And the people are like, what? He's like, fuck the OPP. Yeah, you know me. Fuck the OPP. And we're like, what the fuck is going on right now? And this guy is jumping up and down on the stage, and the crowd just pops like, boom. And we're like, holy fuck, what is going on? He takes his head up. Fresco fucking P. We fought to go after Fresco P. Yo, when this guy is fucking DMX of Toronto.
Yeah.
When I say this man ran on stage and the energy he went on from his 15 minutes from second one to 14:59, this man was on the whole time.
Yeah, I know Fresco.
Bro,
his energy is insane.
His energy is crazy.
I don't recall Fresco P. Where is he from?
Fresco ran across the stage,
Fresco,
jumped on it. Fresco right now, I think he's locked up, I believe.
Yeah,
I believe he's still
For
in
sure.
jail.
For
But
sure.
they've been saying free Fresco P for a very long time. But bro, when this guy hit this stage, it was fucking crazy. And when he was done, they looked at us like, all right, your turn.
Yeah.
We went
And
to
what
go
did you
on
do
stage.
after
We went to go on stage, and the host goes, you know what? We're not going to do that to you. We're going to give them a break. We're going to give them a 15-minute break, and then we're going to come back and put you on, right?
I wish we had more time.
I was like,
I wish we
fuck,
had more
man.
time tonight.
But
because
his shit was crazy.
No. Listen, that story's not even over. Because was that not the same show where I think the next one that went on ended up getting in a fight during his set? Wasn't that same show?
No, that was after us though.
Oh, okay,
But-
that was after us.
Yeah, that was
No,
after us.
Chez,
You gotta fight in the set.
what's
and
What's
then-
Young Kaz?
What's it called? You gotta see.
Chaz,
what's
how
it
come
called?
every time you go to how come there's a few times that you do shows that there's a fight at your show, bro?
Not
Bro,
a few
this is
times,
how it goes.
but
This is
there's
how
a
it
lot
goes
of times
sometimes,
where
man. It's an energy, like
Nah, bro,
It's an energy.
not. There's a few times.
that first Timmons
There's
run.
fights at there's fights at
That first
IFPL.
Timmons run.
There's
Right
fights
before
at
the fight
Tibbins.
song.
There's first
Yo.
after Fresco P.
Right
How
before
many
the
more
fight
fights, bro?
song.
the song was Who the
David,
Fuck
right
Are You?
before the fight song.
Who the fuck
Yeah.
are you was the song that in Timmins they were fighting in front of us, and we're just like, keep performing.
All right, keep
Who
going.
the fuck are
Yo.
you?
Mo, I wish you were at that show because so much happened at that show.
Yeah.
First
that
of
was
all-
when it brought
First of
decisive.
all, we
Decisive.
almost didn't get to perform because David almost got in a fight.
So it wouldn't
He
have been a
almost did
fight.
us all kick the fuck
It wouldn't
out
have been
of
a fight. It wouldn't have been a fight. It
It
would
would
have
have
been
been
a
a-
beat down.
It would
It
have
would
been
have
a
been a
beat down.
beat down. I would have beat that dude down. Okay, that's what it would have been.
And then there was an actual fight in the show
Yes.
right before.
And know what, bro?
Right
And
before
after the
Black
after
Ross
the
got
actual
on.
fight, yo, Trace. After the actual fight, I'm like, I should have got into a fight with that guy because this owner of this club, Mo, the owner of the club, literally said, as these guys are fighting, MMA style, they're fighting each other. They're pushing tables away. A
Hold on,
glass
don't even say
broke.
nothing. Don't even say nothing. Don't even say nothing.
Okay, so
Mo,
first
what
of
do
all,
you think he
first of all-
said? Mo, what do you think?
Wait.
Wait.
Yeah, what do you think he said?
Who? I don't know.
The
owner of the
The
club.
owner,
the owner of the
of the
club.
club.
In Timmins, looks, sees two people fighting. What do you think he says?
Take it outside.
First, he said, "Let them fight."
Oh.
Okay, leave them. So they start fighting. They keep fighting. Then a glass breaks. He goes, "Finish the fight outside. Then come back in and shake hands."
Dead ass. We kept
So I'm like,
And
After
every
I'm hearing
chance
that,
we've
I'm
gotten to
like-
go back to Timmins, we have gone.
right? And I'm like, yo, I could have fought this guy. No one would have said shit. I
The
should have
Timmins
fought this.
Thursday
No, that
night.
would have been different. That would not have been a fight. That would have been a mauling. And we would have been the black guys banned from Timmins.
We would have been the black
Oh, my
guys
God.
locked up.
We had Decisive with us.
Yeah.
Decisive,
And well, we would have
Decisive's
been
white.
banned after we were locked up.
Decisive's white. He would have been okay. We would
Yeah,
have
they would have go on
Shut
your
up,
way, sir.
Decisive.
So they would have put us away. I don't know why you're with these guys, sir, but
That was-
let us let you go.
That was one of the
Stay as
most
far away from them.
that
Well, you
was
know
one
what?
of the most fun random nights of my life.
Yeah, that whole night was random.
That whole
Shout out
night
to
was
Rockefeller.
random as
Shout
fuck.
Shout out to Rockefeller, wherever she is.
Shout out to the drug speed.
Shout out to Green Sweater, wherever she is.
That's
Yo,
a lot.
shout out to Ro bringing up Green Sweater unprovoked a couple weeks ago. What up, bro?
Shout out
He
to
probably
Sharpie.
saw her.
No, he
Sharpie?
brought her up out of
Oh
nowhere.
god,
Green
this
sweater,
guy said
Green
Sharpie.
Sweater.
Oh, shout out to Sharpie.
He said Sharpie. Like
Shout
Oh,
out to
that's
Sharpie.
Timmins. Like
Shout
Timmins
out to
is dirty.
Sharpie. Yo, shout out to
What's all
Sharpie.
these nicknames from Timmins? Every
Yo,
person-
somewhere there's a helicopter with my
Timmins.
stickers all over it.
Yo,
Yeah, that's true. There's a helicopter with a bunch of your stickers on it. I wonder if they actually got it off.
They probably did.
I wonder if they actually went to go check your music out at least.
Probably didn't.
If
yo,
you're gonna put a sticker on it, let's check it out. It better be good. Like,
yo. I honestly, and I will take this time to give all the flowers to these gentlemen I'm in the podcast with. I probably haven't had more fun, other than probably Grindhouse and of course Matrix and them, but I can't picture a group I've had more fun with on the road than the gentleman here. As Cheza solos himself. Weird. That's not weird at all.
Continue.
Sir, you will get your
please.
flowers.
Just continue. Go.
Okay. All right. Oh, can you put everybody back in, please? This is weird. Here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. I'll take this moment to say. I'll take this moment to say when I knew for a fact that I respected Cheza. When we got to Timmins, it was chaos. That's why I bring up that night. It was chaos. It was not fun when we first got there. And Cheza handled the whole situation from beginning to end like a G. And I said, this guy's on a different level. So,
Yo, first of all, I fell asleep in the hotel room on the floor with my face underneath the curtain. That was my blanket.
I used my Timbs as a pillow.
Hold on. You guys remember butane on the chair,
Yes.
sleeping
Yes.
on a chair.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
But you know what?
it.
You know what?
Those,
You know what?
those hotel chairs. You know those hotel chairs.
Yeah.
You fell asleep
brown
on
one
the
that's got-
chair, not the
It's
bed.
the big hip. It's the big hip chairs.
He was.
You gotta have big hips to sit on that
He was
chair.
sleep, not sitting in it,
Bro.
sleeping. No. He was like this.
He was like
He
this.
was like this,
That's
sleeping.
Like, it was crazy. Like
Okay? There's like,
But I
how are we gonna
will-
make this work?
we need
Whatever.
to open up.
We'll make it work.
and if I'm gonna send some roses out, when we were in Sudbury and Mo was drunk out of his mind, got on
What's
stage.
going on over there? You're gonna fade out.
It's snow.
Mo looks like he's
It's
about
a
to fade
snow
out.
globe. He looks like a snow globe.
Mo, did you shake your phone? Is it?
Yo,
it's snow
yo,
globe?
did Thanos finally?
Yo, Mo's gonna disappear now.
Mo's turning on all the lights. He's scared as fuck.
He's like, what is happening?
Mo's like, I'm scared. I don't want to go.
Mo, it looks like what's it called?
I'm
Your
scared.
hat, the green
I don't want
part.
to go.
Yeah, it looks like
Yo, Mo, your
some
hat's
type
not
of, like,
real, bro. Yo, the
green screen
Matrix is
shit.
breaking.
It's like a green
Yo,
screen
the
thing going on
Matrix
with
is
your camera
breaking
right now.
down in Emo's apartment. It's breaking down. We can see all the pixels and all the binary codes in Emo's hat right now.
This is why Jay-Z doesn't want to give props, because he's gonna feel like somebody's gonna be snapped away if he does it.
You see it?
No, we're at
Perfect timing. And Sam says, Mo said, I'm about to head out. I'm about to head out.
yo.
Yo,
Timmins
I
love
hate you
is
guys,
real.
bro.
We were in Sudbury.
Mo is the Timmins sign. As you can see, he is the Timmins sign. That's how we feel when we drive into Timmins.
Yo,
that's how we feel. The sign looks at us. It's just like,
for
welcome.
real. For those that don't know, if you're driving to Timmins, from Sudbury to Timmins, you don't have any reception on your phone.
Most of the way, yeah.
Most of the way, yeah.
You don't. There's no reception until you get probably 10 minutes from Timmins.
Yeah.
Most of the way, yeah. There's absolutely none. You're in a dead zone, and that's where you have the big Indian gangsters.
And you gotta fill up on gas before you get there because
the BIGs,
the big Indian gangsters, the BIGs. And that's not even a joke. That's a real thing.
That's real shit. Fuck, I miss being on the road now. I miss being on the road. I officially miss being on the road now.
We'll get back to that.
Lola says, laugh out loud. This is the longest Thanos snap ever. Mo is holding on.
I'm telling you, he's Spider-Man right now, clinging on to Tony Stark. I'm scared. Yeah. I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Shot. I think we missed like 3 shots.
Yeah,
we sure did. I had 2 in between times, but whatever.
Yeah. What is this last shot to? Well, I say this last shot is to those 215, like the 215 Kamloops school. That shit
yes.
Ill.
Yes.
Yeah, that's sad as hell, man.
It's fucking crazy.
Yo,
that's crazy.
Yo, stand with your indigenous brothers for real, because it's some bullshit that has been covered up for too long, man.
Think about it. One school. They uncovered one school and got 215 bodies of kids as old, like as young as 3. That's one school.
First of all, why,
bro?
There's too many questions, bro. Too many questions.
Like,
too many questions.
My whole thing is this the beginning? Like, are they just gonna go to every school now and start digging up? I feel like a lot of Catholics are like running. They're like,
I'm rewatching The Wire right now. I'm rewatching The Wire right now, and I really hope that's not the case. I really hope if they go to other schools and they start to investigate.
Oh, it is the case.
I really hope it's not, bro. I really hope it's not. Because there's an episode in The Wire when they realize that there's all these bodies dropping, but they can't find no bodies dropping, right?
They're in the abandoned houses.
And they open up all the abandoned houses and all the fucking bodies that they found. I really hope it's not the case, bro, because my heart is already broken at 2:15.
That's kids, man.
You know what I mean? My heart's broken at 2:15.
One school.
Imagine.
School.
Yeah. Let's
imagine
that school in the first place is fucked. Like,
imagine, because this is something that's been happening for decades. Right, that's been uncovered in other places, but to see this so close to fucking home, you know what I mean?
Canada. Like, this is what Canada's like raised on. Like, that's
supposed to be a friendly country. You know.
Nah, that's the whole thing.
Country,
like,
right?
Perception. It's the perception.
That's exactly like. Think about it. Most people that you know that is super nice usually have a history behind them. You know what I mean? Usually have something that they're hiding behind their smile.
This is why I'm gonna ask.
Fucking crazy.
To anybody watching this right now, if you have the time, go listen to Black Star Thieves in the Night. The chorus is telling, because one of the lines in the chorus is not compassionate, only polite.
For real.
Not compassionate, only polite. It's a difference with our country. Our country hides under a blanket of a lot of shit.
It is, Sam. You're right. One big indigenous burial ground, and it's sad.
Real.
It's so fucking sad. It's sad.
Take this shot.
This is
taking the shot.
I thought we had
another one. I'll take another one.
I didn't know y'all took the shot. I'll take another one with y'all.
They're gonna start like really uncovering school to school. Like, these numbers are gonna be in the thousands.
It's gonna look.
I don't even want to
say they're already.
It's gonna look bad for the country, but it should.
To me, this was the first one I've really heard. So I don't know if they really uncovered other schools before.
Well, these were happening up until the 90s, right? The last one.
98 was the last school.
And they found bodies for years, but
Lola says kids as young as 3.
Yeah, this is I think the biggest mass grave that they found. In one place.
That's so fucking crazy.
Okay. So,
what are kids? What are kids 3 years old doing in this school?
Well, they were all forced. They were from the family.
It was forced. It was more of like trying to change them all into being Catholic.
Nope,
what?
don't
So
need
what
to anymore.
it's pretty
I
much
got
that.
it.
Like
I got it. No, I got it.
actually, I saw some stories, something about taffy. So, in Canada, they like would promote a day called Taffy Day, where kids would come together and start making taffy. But the whole point of Taffy Day was it was actually something that the nuns would do. They would make taffy and then make a trail to the school to bring the kids over there until the point that the kids trusted them. Once the kids started trusting them, that's when they started teaching them the different things. And that was like the first wave of kids. And then now it's like they push it into the government. And the government's like they go to the res itself and tells them, like, if your kid is at least between these ages, 3 and whatever, they have to go to this school. You have no choice.
And
so parents would have to go.
People listen, and people still, and to this day, 2021, people still listen to the fucking government.
100%. But it's like at the same time, they would listen. They would either bring them themselves or get them taken away from them. So either way, they're gone. You know what I mean? It was fucked. It's fucked. Like
my heart is broken, bro.
Hey yo, it's the same thing.
I'm gonna take this to them.
It's the same thing. If you watch the WandaVision, wasn't WandaVision. Captain America, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. There's a scene where Zemo is talking to the kids. It's no different. Lures them in with candy.
Yep.
Lures them in with candy.
Gets the information. That should speak so much. When they started talking about Trouble Man and Marvin Gaye and things of this times,
Pied Piper
resonates, man. It resonates.
This is to the families that lost.
The families and the children, man, that didn't get to see their future, man.
They didn't even know they had a future.
Yeah.
Let's end this on a positive.
Hold on. Lois says they would just come to reserves and take them and return them when they were 18. At that point, they don't even know their family anymore. And they've been through so much trauma, thus the alcohol and drug abuse. Yeah.
I said it's positive.
No. We still got people who are watching. We gotta give our flowers to our supporters.
Okay, I'll give you one positive.
Yes.
We'll finish real quick.
Yeah.
Canadian boy Drake, artist of the decade. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Boy,
is anybody from the Mount Rushmore that we can say, yeah, definitely 500 in 10 weeks of the decade on the charts?
He can't lose. Number
the
1,
boy,
2, 3.
The boy did. Oh, KRS-One. Did I say I'm number 1? Oh, I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes.
You guys are all funny
Aubrey,
because we all did it. Like we had to do it. Like it was in us. Like we're like, as nonchalant as Mo tried to do it, you just saw the fingers.
like a classic line is a classic line, bro. Like,
it is.
It's classic.
Facts plus tax.
Like, but yeah, no, the boy opened up. And so Drake, artist of the decade, The Weeknd, 10 Billboard albums after 10 years. 10 Billboard awards after 10 years. Crazy. 10 Billboard awards one night.
That's crazy why Drake wanted to sign him and got upset when he couldn't sign him.
Last shot goes to our city and all the flowers that we should have been had.
And you notice that our city ain't losing, right?
Ever.
Oh, you mean the Leafs? How's the Leafs doing?
No. I'm talking about like in terms of the music game.
Game 7.
Our city's not losing. Our city's not losing. You know what I mean?
Game 7.
It should have been. It should have
even
been
with no crowd.
Night. It should have been over last night. But this is to the city. This is to the 6. To the 6, to the north side, to the T dot, O dot.
Brampton.
Stay there. Stay there.
Can't forget my home. Can't forget my home.
No. Stay there. Stay there. You were right the first time.
Can't forget my other home. It's good.
All right.
It's all west side. All west side.
All right. Trace, take us out.
Casual fan. Shot Club Podcast. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay notified. Sunday nights, 7:05. We go live.
Sometimes.
Pam, 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 pam. Pam, pam, pam.
Everyone's getting their dumpling before they die. Woo!
Get your
Dumpling,
dumpling before you die.
Get your dumpling.
Fried dumpling, because wild dumpling sauce.
Hold on.
What? I thought we were done, bro. Trace took us
No.
out. We all did stupid stuff. To
You can't say dumpling and not play dumpling. Like, how you mean?
Thursdays.
Bad man out and stunting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Action ready for the thumping.